Hi, welcome. In this video, again, following the theme of control and how these control issues manifest and how they mirror and contrast off certain things. On this video, I would like to discuss some of the mirroring issues here, and again, getting a sense of just how, when I talk about the integrity of the script or the process, the length of time it needs to hold together. But even, okay, being intentional with rebuilding those bridges as you start to engage the dog through various other interactions, it's really understanding that how everything will follow a certain path. Everything really does come from pivot off of the dog owner, off the human. And so once a dog has a level of control, has gained a certain level, and even based off the need level of dogs, which sometimes can be just incredible, you have to, really extend the journey sometimes, because sometimes what will happen is, and you'll see it, is that, even though things are holding together really well, you'll see good change happening. And suddenly, if you just too quickly begin to engage that dog on, exercises that, represent the dog invoking prey drive, or, the dog chasing and running and engaging certain things, could be could be appear to be fun, okay? It represents control issues, okay, from what's been established in the past. And because again, it's all about how things mirror up, what you'll find is it'll really set the dog's mind into spiraling downhill a little bit into high challenge states. Because again, it's really understanding that the script itself, once a dog has a high level of control, and this is one of the deceptions with dog training, things can look a certain way. Dog could, appear to, be enjoying certain things or liking certain things, but really it's a liking of being in control. Okay, this is one of the things that really, if you look for information, you start to go deeper here, you're not going to find it in the dog training world, because you won't hear trainers talking this way about these issues. But again, you'll even see it how it frames up from owner to owner. You go from one owner who, for the dog, represents gaining a high level of fulfillment or empowerment and control, and then you move to a different personality type, which represents losing control based on what's been established, okay, in the relationship. You'll see a dog go into a high challenge on that owner, just like a flashover. You're like, what just happened? Where did that come from? Because of motives. It's about how it frames up. But again, focusing, getting this issue of the solution, okay, you really have to hold true to the process and the issue about the integrity of the process, and just being very intentional about rebuilding those bridges. And I talk about rebuilding bridges, certain aspects of, say, ball play or whatever, making sure you're using like a long line, and just, making sure that the methodology itself, you see me using with the push-pull method, all those different things, they have to stay online, okay? They have to be incorporated in as you start to rebuild those bridges through certain things, because otherwise you'll see this type of flashover. You see, man, that dog just went absolutely, went way back into the way things were, got really nasty. Well, it's because too much too soon. Even that little bit of separation, that little bit of gaining, the dog's like, hey, what's going on here? I'm back. Just let go. The integrity of the methodology, let go, because here's the thing, for the dog, you're still in process, and that process could take 6 months, it could take a year, depending again on that dog's individual needs. Some dogs have a tremendous need level, high drive dog, and then based on the fact that the level of control they had over you in the relationship, it's a big deal. Okay, it's a big deal. It becomes very entrenched. But when I say entrenched, it doesn't mean that it can't be overcome. It means that you have to extend that journey out. You have to be very intentional, very methodical. And the thing is, don't be blindsided either, because sometimes you'll feel like, man, am I just starting all over again? This dog get nasty or whatever happened? Absolutely not. Okay, it's just how that kind of framed up there. Just the dog's kind of almost giving you a reminder, saying, hold on here a second. You're not there yet. Okay, you've made good progress, but you're not there yet. You need to really be intentional with understanding how big of a deal this is to dogs. It's nature you're dealing with, and so these control issues, they manifest, they get entrenched, and it can really take a long time, based on the dog's basically saying, well, you got to prove it to me. You gave me, in the dog's mind, that's what it's saying. The dog's saying, you gave me this level of control. You just let everything kind of go, It didn't line up, and so you're going to have to, you're going to have to meet the criteria. You're going to have to prove it, and that dog is going to push it right on through. But again, the encouragement in this is at the end of the, when you get to the very end, you're going to be, you have so much insight. You're going to be able to really do so much, and it's going to be very rewarding, knowing that you stuck it out, that you really, you just weren't focused on your own needs. You were saying, hey, you know what, I'm going to take this right to the end here, and I'm going to get the dog into a better place. I'm going to overcome everything, and you're going to be, it's going to be rewarding in the end, because again, nothing easy is oftentimes not rewarding at all. Sometimes through the adversity, difficulty, all those things, that's what really makes the journey itself rewarding at the end. So anyway, I just encourage people, you deal with these issues of controls, understand how these things mirror up. You have certain flashovers, just understand it's a big deal to dogs, and if the dog likes to be with certain people, okay, that's not necessarily a good thing. Trust me, things can look a certain way, and that's what makes dog training so difficult, because people's emotions feed into this stuff. Dogs can look to get along with, say, certain people, children, other dogs, and the dog could be in full control. And only when you start to expose, the true motives of the dog does it really come out and say, man, I got a mess on my hands. How do I deal with it? Well, you have to start to invest in the proper method. And this system works extremely well, but you have to hold true to what it is. You can't just go off on your own and say, well, I'm going to just tail off here, do something else. I understand the depth of this. I understand how a dog's mind works at a very deep level. I understand these control issues very well. And I know it can be very difficult for people, but it is what it is. That's how nature works. Dogs are incredible, amazing animals, but we have to, we have to approach it for what it is. The rules are already made, and we have to commit to it. We have to set our thinking a certain path, and we have to just move forward. So anyway, thanks for watching.